It's the most wonderful time of the year. Hello everybody! Okay, welcome to my channel everybody. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't noticed by the title, today's topic is why I write in English. People don't quite get it when they ask me why I write in English. So I'm going to explain the short version right now because it's a really long story. How do I get this started? Okay, let's take a look at my background. My parents are both from Albania and they came to Greece in the early 90s. I was born in 1994 and then we moved to Athens, Greece. My parents were previously living in Crete, so I have no roots from any English-speaking country. However, I ended up in a private school. I went there in nursery when I was like 1.5, and then I went on to kindergarten, prep school, and then elementary, and I went all the way until 11 years old, and I finished 5th grade before I moved on to a Greek school. So in this school, all subjects were done in English except 2, Greek language and Filipino language. Yes, okay. So we had math, science, we had, okay, English class, yeah. Even PE and music and arts, you know, like all of those were done in English. Because the school initially was addressed to immigrants from the Philippines, but afterwards it started accepting many children from other countries. So we ended up to be like multicultural. It was amazing. So our common language was English. From ages 1.5 to 11.5, I was speaking English in most of my day. When I learned to read and write for the first time, it was in English, and then I learned Greek, and then Filipino, and maybe last I learned Albanian. And that's a huge process I went through until I was 11 years old. So even though I left the school later and I went to a Greek school because I was living in Greece and I had to learn better Greek, and then I went to a Greek university, and years have passed and now I'm a PhD candidate and everything is done in Greek. Well, not my PhD is in English. Anyways, like even to this day it's very easy for me to express myself in English, and that's why my videos are in English. It's much easier for me, like the train of thoughts are all in English. For instance, like even when I count, like when I have to count the students in a class, I count them in English and then I translate it in Greek. That's not always good because I remember in a previous job I had to count some folders and I was halfway and I was thinking like 63, 64, and then somebody asked me like, how many are there? And I'm like, 60, exidapede, you know, and I just get lost. I have to translate my English thoughts to the language I'm supposed to be speaking. And most of the time when I'm with other people, I'll be talking in Greek and then I'll just stop and I'll be like, coincidence, how do you say that in Greek? And they're like sympathy, and I'm like, oh yeah. My whole brain thinks in English because like that's what it has been programmed to do. When I decide that it's time for me to write, the first thing I do is decide which language I have to be writing in, and the answer is always English. My friends were asking me at some point, why don't I try to write in Greek, and maybe it would be easier for them to help me improve my writing and beta read for me, you know. But I tried that when I was about 19 or 20 years old, and it did not work. Like I wrote 2 pages and then I just stopped because I couldn't find the right Greek word. And I couldn't describe things in Greek. That's a problem I always had with my projects at the university or during exams. It was always very difficult for me to explain some things in Greek Most of the time in exams, I would just draw. I would just draw arrows and put labels. I don't think I have anything else to say about why I write in English. I mean, like, for me, it's pretty clear. I just spoke English, like, throughout the day, and then I went home to my parents and spoke Greek. It's pretty obvious why those two languages are the ones that programmed my brain. I'm thinking about machine learning right now. I should probably end this video. Okay guys, thank you for watching. See you guys.